So how do you register your copyright? And it's really hard, and I have to pay a lot of money to somebody else to do it, and it's really scary, right? Right? Okay, well, today I'm actually going to be walking you through the process to file a copyright registration with the U.S. Copyright Office, which is the only body you should be registering it with, for a book, okay? So follow along with me today so you can see exactly how it's done and see that it's not scary. It's not scary. It's okay. You can do it. Hi, I'm MK Williams. I'm an author and independent publisher. I love sharing my insights about all things self-publishing with you. Before I get into the details of today's video, don't forget to hit subscribe. That way you can be here every week as I release new videos on self-publishing, making a career to being an author, and now being a mompreneur. In today's video, I'm going to start with a whole bunch of disclaimers, a whole bunch of them. So number one, if you're not a US citizen or US resident, this tutorial is not for you. This is going to show viewers how to register their book with the US Copyright Office. Most countries have their own copyright laws and registration systems. I suggest you find the correct tutorial for your country. 2, if you have a potential issue with your copyright, such as someone pirating you or trying to infringe on your copyright or saying that you are infringing on theirs, talk to a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. I'm definitely not your lawyer. I don't even play one on TV, okay? 3, if someone is pirating your work, you should first do a DMCA. I have a video on it. You should do a takedown request. It's much faster to do, and then you can come back and do this video to register your copyright. And I have that video. I'm going to link again right up here so you can see how to do. It's DMCA, Digital Millennium Copyright Act, okay? You need to do one of those takedown requests first and then still come back and do this, okay? 4, as a US citizen or resident, any creative work you make is already protected under copyright law the second you make it. You type the words into the Microsoft document, bam, copyright protected. Yes, you still want to put the little C mark to make sure you're showing that. The copyright registration is an added layer of protection. 5, the website I'm showing you in this tutorial, the U.S. Copyright Office, is the only body in the U.S. that can issue this registration. Beware of scammers. If it doesn't look like this website I'm about to show you, it's not the right website. Don't give them your money, okay? 6, this registration at the time of this recording costs $65. Some authors might think, oh, that's small change. Some of you might think, I'm going to have to sell hundreds of copies of my ebooks at 99 cents a pop to be able to afford that. You're both correct. Know what's right for you and your budget, okay? 7, registering for copyright and having a copyright page in your book are two totally different things. All books should have a copyright page immediately following the title page where you are asserting your rights. I have a video on that here and here. I have several of them, okay? So you can look at those as well. Registering for copyright can take place after you have formatted the book for publication, and you likely won't have the copyright registration number on the copyright page. That's okay. It takes like 6 months to get these things back, all right? All right, and without any further delay, here's how to register your copyright in the US for your book. Good morning, and here we are at the U.S. Copyright Office login portal. This looks like a government website, so you're in the right place if you're on this page. Okay, so I'm going to log in, and I'm going to actually be completing this for a client of mine, so I'm going to show you each page when it's blank. I'm going to go in and fill in the information before I advance, but I'm not going to show you that client's information because it's their personal information, and you don't need to see that, but you're still going to understand at the end of this video how to actually go in and do this for yourself for your own books. So first we have to log in. Now, if you haven't already created an account, you'll need to do that. You may have to wait for a verification email and to be approved, so once your account is approved, you need to log in. So now I am here in the main registration portal. Over here you can navigate to anything that's open. Keep in mind this is going to take months for you to get information back, but anytime you can always come in and check after you've submitted for open cases. But what I need to do is register work. So I need to do the standard application. Now I am doing this the day that the book is coming out. So if I was doing this ahead of publication date, I'd have to do a different application. This is why I wait until the day the book is published to do this, so I can do the standard application. I am agreeing to all of these things I have read before, just to make sure, like, yes, this is a work that can be copywritten. I'm going to pay the fee. I'm going to be able to provide everything. Okay, so first, the type of work. It is a book. Literary work. Fiction, nonfiction, poetry, textbooks, reference books, dictionaries, catalogs. Yep, this is nonfiction. It definitely counts. I have read this description. Yes. Now, one thing that's interesting here is you might expect the next button to be down here. It's not. This is a government website. It does not function beautifully. So you have to go up here to click continue. So this is where I'm going to have to click this new button to enter the title of the book and all the information. Again, I could save for later. I can always come back and do this again later, or I just need to like click to fill this out. So, okay, so now it's taking me to a separate page where I'm going to be filling out the information. So type of title, title of the work being registered. Okay, so this is not, larger work. This is not an alternative title to something I've already submitted. This is not a series title. This is the actual title for the book. And one thing I'll say here that's really easy to do is to literally just take the title from Bowker, where you've submitted your ISBNs, and hit copy and paste. That way you know it's exactly word for word, exactly what it is, especially if you have a long subtitle or something like that, or maybe you were thinking of a different title for a while, but then you decide, no, this will be it, like you have the exact title, okay? Okay, so I have completed the title information down here, so now I can go up here and click continue. So now it's asking me if the work has been published. Yes, it is published as of today. I can click yes. And when I click yes, it pops open this information. So this book was created in 2021, but it was published today, April 5th. So I'm gonna click that for today, right? We need to have both years covered, and on the copyright page, it actually says 2021 because that was when we started to actually have review copies printed. So the nation of first publication is the United States. It was published by a small independent press in the US. The author is a US citizen. It was first even printed in the US, like it was all US based, so that's very helpful. So I'm going to be providing the ISBN number. It was not pre-registered, so I will not be filling that out again. I only do this the day the book launches, so I don't have to do a pre-registration for it because that's an extra step, and I don't like extra steps. No, I don't have to use all of the ISBNs. I just need to use one of them. This copyright covers all the formats of this creative work, so I'm only providing one of the ISBNs here. Okay. And again, when I'm done, I'm going to click this really awesome continue button that's at the top, not at the bottom. Okay, so here is where, if I was filling this out for myself, I could just click add me. This system already has my information in there, but I'm filling this out on behalf of a client, so I need to fill in the author's information here. Okay, so I'm going to click new so I can add the author's information. Again, this takes me to another little worksheet where it's going to then save everything. Now in this case, you'll notice it asks for citizenship or domicile. Both are in red. I usually have to fill in both. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to fill in everything, but just keep that in mind, okay? Now again, the individual author is different than the claimant, which is the publishing organization. So the author's information is different from the claimant. We're gonna get to the claimant in the next section though, okay? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the author's information. Again, I'm not gonna provide that to you, but when I'm done, I'm gonna hit save up here, okay? Okay, so in this case, the author created the text of the book. So that's what I'm clicking here. Remember, this copyright registration can be for any creative work or anything that can be copywritten under US law. So at this point, I'm saying the author created the text. I'm gonna hit save. Okay. Okay, so now the author's information is showing up below, so I can hit this big, beautiful continue button. Okay, so now we have the claimant. So this is where I'm going to be filling out the information for the copyright holder, which is the publishing company. So in this case, the author, in most traditional and even independent publishing contracts, the author has signed over copyright for specific formats to say, hey, publishing company, you have the right to do with this as you please, to be able to publish and promote it. I, the author, am signing that over in exchange for an advance or royalties or things like that. continue. Okay, so I'm going to be filling this out for the organization. Now, because I have certain things saved in here, it's going to pre-pop. But again, I'm filling in the organization name, and it's going to pre-populate the address, city, and things like that. Because again, the claimant is where you are going to be getting your copyright registration paperwork mailed to. So they need to know who to send it to. Okay, so I'm going to fill this out. Again, you have to put in your information as far as your mailing address and things like that. So I won't be showing you that, but when I'm done, I'm going to hit save here. Okay. Now this transfer statement, this is our publishing contract. So yes, I do have a publishing contract. So I'm going to be able to submit that later when they say, hey, how the author and the claimant, why are they different? I'm going to be able to provide that to them. Okay. Okay, so the information I've populated for the organization, I am good with, so I'm going to go ahead and click continue. Okay, so now we've gotten to the limitation of claim page. Now again, as you're reading this, it says if you want to limit your claim, so if this works contains or is based on previously registered material, previously published material, material in the public domain, material not owned by this claimant. So I do not need to limit this because this was a newly created book, newly created content. Everything in here was a new creation, so we are able to just click continue. We don't have to fill out this limitation. If you do have limiting factors, you will need to fill this out here, okay? So this is where rights and permissions come in. So you want to provide the contact information for the person or organization to be contacted regarding this information, right? Is it the author? Is it the claimant? So in this case, I'm going to click add me, super fast and easy, so that the person at the Copyright Office who processes this, when they have questions, they know to contact me about it. So that's kind of a nice thing. Once you've set up your account, you can just click add me. If it is somebody else, like maybe you have a VA who's helping you, or an attorney or something like that, you would put in their information, okay? So I'm going to click add me, and then I'll click continue. Okay, and then oddly enough, correspondent. Who's the person to correspond with as far as if they have other questions? It's me again. It's very interesting. I have to fill this in twice, but I guess for larger publishing companies, you would have one person who's handling copyright law, maybe like their legal department, another person who's just handling basic questions that might come through. So I'm going to add myself again. And then I'll click continue. Okay, so right now we are on the page for mail certificate. So when your copyright is approved, you will actually receive a physical certificate from the U.S. Copyright Office with the copyright registration number and all the details. So I'm going to fill in the information for the organization. So it will actually go to the head of the organization. So in this case, I'll only fill in organization name. I'm going to leave first and last name blank. And I'm going to fill in the details for where to mail this to for the organization. So this is something that, again, it's important to make sure you're getting it to the right person when that time comes. Now again, if you're doing this for yourself as a self-publishing author, you should just be able to click add me up here at the top, and you'll be able to just pop that in. Again, I'm doing this on behalf of a publishing company that I white label everything for, so I'm going to be doing the organization, okay? All right, so the next one is going to be special handling. So this is for expedited service. We don't have a special reason that we need this expedited, right? There's no compelling reasons, like thankfully we're not facing any litigation. There's no customs, there's no deadlines or anything in the contract that requires us to have this expedited. So we do not need this. So I do not even need to fill this out, right? We don't need special handling, okay? Now there's usually an extra fee for special handling, and I would say if you feel that you need this because there's pending litigation, there's other issues, you should be going through this with a lawyer, not by yourself. But in this case, I have no need for special handling, okay? Continue. Okay, so this always seems really scary, right? So this is the U.S. federal government, U.S. Copyright Office. So you're filling this out and they are saying, okay, like if you make any false misrepresentations, like you could get a huge fine, you could go to jail, you could go to court, super scary. But obviously I know I filled this all out truthfully and accurately because I am working on behalf of the publishing company that has a contract with this author. If you are trying to file for copyright for something that you did not create, that you have no business filing a copyright for, first of all, shame on you. Second of all, definitely don't fill this out because the US government's going to come after you. All right. So that is a no-no. I know there's issues with piracy out there. If somebody was pirating a book and had the audacity to try and file a copyright for it, like, wow, you're just racking up the potential issues. So I am going to be able to click yes. I certify that I have the correct authorization of the copyright claimant to be able to file this for them, and therefore they should be able to reach out to me. All right, so name of the certifying individual. So I'm going to be putting mine. Okay, so I'm putting my name on there, MK Williams. I don't need any kind of internal tracking number for this, and I'm going to click continue. Yeah, so I'm going to be going through now. So this is a review submission page. And on this page, it has all the details I have input. So that way I'm going to be double checking everything. Now it does say here, warning, once you submit your application, you cannot make changes to it. So definitely make sure that you are looking at it. What would happen, say if there was a typo, there was something wrong, you would effectively have to cancel this one and start a new application, which starts the timeline for it. You have to pay for it again, all those things. So there's always a way to fix something. It's just going to be more expensive and more timely. But obviously I don't want to do that, so I'm going to go through and really carefully review everything, and when I'm done, I'm going to click add to cart, because you do need to pay for the fee to upload before you submit your work here. So you see form, pay, submit work. So I'm going to review everything, then I'll click add to cart and we'll be good to go. Okay, so I just took a quick scroll down and looked at everything. Obviously I'm not going to show you that. It has personal home addresses for people, so I'm not going to be showing you that. But now I'm going to go ahead and click add to cart. Okay, so now I'm on the pay stage. So this is where I'm going to be able to go ahead and get to the checkout. You obviously want to double check that and make sure that's accurate. And then up here, you're going to see checkout, and you're going to click checkout, okay? Now the cost is going to be $65 for copyright registration. That's why it usually doesn't make sense to hire somebody to do this for you. They're usually going to charge you a multiple of this, $65. I mean, depending on where you are in your author phase, like that can feel like a lot of money, or that might feel like not a lot of money. But either way, paying somebody else to do this for you, it's a super clear-cut form. I think a lot of the fear around it is like, oh, this is the government, it's a government form. And yes, like you do need to double check everything thoroughly, but it's not something that you can't figure out. And you can't, as long as you're putting in accurate information, there's no reason why there should be an issue with it. So $65 is the amount to pay for a US copyright registration. So I'm going to go ahead and click checkout. Now I'm going to be obviously filling in credit card information, so I will not be showing you that. You've all seen what a payment page looks like, so you should be able to navigate that. All right, now at the top, once I click checkout, it's giving me pay deposit account or pay credit card ACH. I'm picking credit card ACH versus linking up a bank account. All right, so now it's telling me, hey, you're going to be leaving this government website to be able to go to a pay.gov site to be able to make that direct payment. Just so you know, you're leaving this website. Again, it's the government. They're very good at letting you know these official things. So yes, I would like to proceed. And again, it's asking me again if I want to do bank or debit card. I'm picking debit card, credit card. Okay, I will not be showing you this part, but as you can see, it's just filling in card holder, billing address, actual card number, and things like that. You've all seen what it looks like to fill out for credit card information. At the bottom, it's going to say continue, okay? Okay, so I filled in the credit card information. They gave me a confirmation page where I could confirm that the payment information was correct. And so immediately after I hit that second confirm, yes, the information is correct, it brought me back here to the copyright page where it says payment successful, payment's been submitted, if you have any questions. So I'm actually going to be able to go check my email to make sure that I have a receipt in there for tax purposes, to make sure I have that receipt. Perfect, it already showed up. That's the way I like it. So that way I can, provide that documentation for that expense. So I'm going to go ahead and click continue, because now I have to submit the work, right? They actually have to see the creative literary work there. So first, now this is a little convoluted, right? So I need to select the files, and then I need to select upload. Okay. So it's a two-part system here with the green button first, select files, and then blue button, start upload. So I'm going to go ahead and navigate to my files, and then I'll start the upload. Now I'm going to be doing the PDF interior, the print interior. I could do the EPUB file instead, but the ISBN I submitted was related to the the print book. Now again, this copyright registration is for all formats of the book, right? It is copywritten in print, it is copywritten in ebook, it is copywritten in audiobook whenever we decide to make that. It is the entire work. So similar to how your Library of Congress number is good for the entire work, your copyright registration is good for the entire work, whereas your ISBNs are specific to the format. The copyright is for any format that we are going to be putting that in, and any way we're going to be using that IP moving forward. This is what the copyright is for. Okay, so now I've selected the file, and now I need to hit start upload. This blue button right here. And now you're saying, boop, hello. Thank you. All right, so now it is showing this nice big green button. Click here to complete your submission after uploading all files. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to click here to complete your submission after uploading all files. Perfect. Click. Claim submission complete. No further action required. Okay, so this means that I have done everything that I need to do at this point. It is off, and it's in queue with the U.S. Copyright Office, and I would not be surprised if 3 to 4 to even 6 months from now we finally get our certificate in the mail. It does take a long time. It just is what it is. And a lot of people have asked me, well, why wouldn't you file well ahead so you would have it the day it's released? So the book is already protected under U.S. copyright law. The second that the author started to work on it, it was protected. This is an extra layer of protection should somebody try to make a claim against it that will have this. So we filed it, and there's not only proof on all of our transactions back and forth when we uploaded it with the distributor of what the file was and what it said. There's proof as of today what this file says that we can show, yes, like this is exactly what the work was. That is how you file for your copyright. Okay, and then I went back to my homepage, and you can see that it's now showing under my open cases, case number, it's open, the upload status is complete, the fee is paid. So I can always go back to this homepage and check the status. All right. What questions do you have? Let's keep the conversation going in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. That lets YouTube know that you got value from this information and can get it in front of other authors like us. Now you can get back to writing your book. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. And before you head off elsewhere in YouTube to watch more videos, whether on my channel or another channel, I did want to let you know that you can support this channel and get more information that can make a really positive impact on your author career by joining the channel membership that I have right here on YouTube for this channel. So what I'm going to be doing is providing additional videos each month. They're going to be really like a mastermind deep dive on a specific topic to help your author business. And you can just head to the homepage for this channel, as you can see here, and click join. Boom. And you can see that there's multiple options. There's a tier each month where it's really to make you feel good about supporting the channel. You get some custom badges for your comments. But the one you'll probably really want is the ambitious author tier, where you're going to be getting some members only videos once a month that I mentioned. So I would really be excited if you join the membership and we can work on our author businesses together this year. So hope to see you chatting and joining in with those videos. Bye.